Hello everyone, my name is Raquel McAfee and I am super excited to come talk to you tonight. If you could just do me a favor, give me some likes or some hearts so that I know I'm in the right group and that you can hear me, you can see me. I'm trying to deal with this lighting, it seems a little bright, but hopefully y'all can see me. I hope that you are getting a good overview of what our team looks like. You get to see that we are all just normal people on a journey to be our best selves and bring other people along with us. So I'm going to do my very best to keep this short. I like to talk a lot, but I am told that I need to keep it under 8 minutes. So here we go. So a little bit about me. My name is Raquel McAfee. I have 3 kids. I'm married. When I first started this business, I was working full-time, 5 days a week, 40-hour job, and then 2 nights a week I was also working an evening job teaching at the university that I work at 2 nights a week. My husband was also working, and I had 3 kids in daycare. My daughter was 3 at the time, and my boys, I have twin boys, and they were 11 months. So needless to say, my plate was super full, super busy. I worked, 3 kids, my husband worked. It was a lot going on, and if I look back, I have no idea why I thought I had the ability to grow a business from home when I was so busy. I know a lot of people tell me like, oh, Raquel, I'd love to grow a business, but gosh, I just don't have time. And I say to you, I completely know, because I didn't have time too. But here's what I've learned. Life never slows down for us to chase our dreams, and it hasn't really ever mattered what stage of life I'm in. I've always been busy, like always been busy. But the beautiful thing is that I literally honestly built this business on an hour to an hour and a half a day. If I got lucky, I might be able to fit in 2 hours, but honestly, I didn't have any more than an hour and a half a day. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about how I did that. But first, I just want to share a little bit of my heart and my story. Maybe you can relate, maybe you can't. But the reason I was looking for this business is I was strictly looking for a business opportunity. I know Laura said she started as a challenger, and that's wonderful. I was looking to earn extra income from home. My husband at the time, we had both worked together, and we had just had twins. Huge surprise. We were not anticipating having 3 kids, and now we had to pay for 3 kids in daycare. And if you've ever paid for daycare, you know it is an arm and a leg. Having 3 kids in daycare is expensive. Like, that's the understatement of the year. And so he was at a salaried state position, so was I. There wasn't a whole lot of room for growth, and so he felt he needed to branch out and make more for our family. I was supportive. He was ready to make the move. He took a sales position that is 100% commission. So as you can imagine, 3 kids, 3 in daycare, going from a stable job to 100% commission was super scary. It was super scary, but I knew that long term that was going to be a better decision for him, and I wanted to be a supportive wife. So I was said, okay, let's do this. But I knew I didn't want money to be a struggle in our life, and so I decided, okay, I have to make some more money from home. So again, I started working 2 nights a week at the university, but I was already away from my kids for so long, like literally 9.5 hours a day. They were in daycare. When Rachel said that story about daycare, like, I know that struggle. And so we were getting by, but barely. We weren't getting ahead. We were literally getting by, and I was so mad. You know, I have a master's degree, my husband has a master's degree, and I'm like, this is not how it's supposed to be. At the same time, they were doing some realignments in my job, in my career. People were getting bumped up and promotions were being had, and when all was said and done, I had realized that my promotion was actually less than others, my peers, and it was really discouraging to me, because when I do something, I go all in. I'm a hard worker. If you tell me to do something, I'm gonna do it times 10. I want it. I go all in, and when I found out that I wasn't being compensated and appreciated and recognized for my hard work, that was a really hard pill for me to swallow, especially as I was dropping my kids off every single day for 9.5 hours. So I got to the point where I said, you know what? I'm ready to be compensated for how hard I work. Right? I don't want to just go in for 40 hours and it doesn't matter what my peers are making or how hard they're working. We're all going to make the same. And in fact, they're probably going to make more than me just because of bureaucracy. So I started looking at ways I could earn income from home. Side story, I had tried two different at-home businesses before, and I was terrible. So if you've tried something in the past and it hasn't worked, let me just tell you, that doesn't mean you won't have success in this, because I utterly failed at those other two businesses. And really it's just because I never really gave it a go, right? And I think the only way you fail is when you quit, and I quit 2 times, so I failed at those businesses. But with this business, I was excited about it because I knew that it was health and fitness, and who doesn't want to be healthier from the inside out, right? So I went all in. I told everybody I knew about it. I told my best friend, Jessica, and she was like, no, I'm definitely not going to do that with you. And I was just excited about it. Luckily, she decided to join me, and we've been working together ever since. But I went all in, and I said, actually, I think Jessica was the one who's like, okay, Raquel, we are serial quitters, and I don't want to see you quit again, so if we do this, we're going to give it a year. And I said, okay, we're going to give this our all for an entire year, and let's just see what happens, right? We can't be worse off than I already am. We're barely getting by, right? Getting by, but not getting ahead. So we went all in for a year. And I'm going to tell you how I did it, because a lot of times you're like, Raquel, how did you work? How are you a mom of 3? You're super mom. I am not. As much as I love for you to think that I am super mom and I can do it all, I am not super mom, and we all have the same hours in a day. So let me tell you what I did. I woke up an hour earlier than I was used to, right? Okay, I know some of us are like, I'm not a morning person. But guess what? You can train yourself to be. So I got up an hour earlier than I was used to wake up. And that's when I got my workout in, right? My workouts are literally 30 minutes long, which is awesome, real quick and easy. And then I would check into my groups. We talked about those Facebook groups, those challenge groups that we run online. I would check in, make sure my challengers are ready to go, see how everybody is, post my workout selfie saying, got it in, hope you get it in too. And then I would get myself ready for the day, get my family up for the day, and then I would go to work. On the work, I listened to audio. I listened to personal development on my way in, so fill my brain with belief and knowledge and business tools that I can do. So I made use of my commute to work. On my lunch break, I get an hour lunch break. I would either use 30 minutes of it. Sometimes if I got lucky, I would get an hour, but really I get like 30 to 40 minutes where I would, again, post about my journey. I would connect with other people online and do the other business things that we will teach you how to do. And then again at night, after I put my kids to bed, that was normally the time that I would veg out on the couch and watch my Real Housewives of New York City, Beverly Hills, Orange County, you know, all my favorites. And instead of doing that, I would spend the hour that I would normally do that, I spent the hour building a business. And I will tell you, 2.5 years later, I would make those same sacrifices all over again, tenfold. So again, I woke up an hour earlier, utilized part of my lunch hour, and spent some time after my kids went to bed building a business. And I am proof, there are many people that I've talked to today, we are proof that if you work hard and you are diligent and you apply the training that we give you focused training. If you only have an hour a day, we give you that focused training of what you should be doing in an hour a day. If you apply it, you are consistent, and you show up day in and day out, you can build a business that in 2.5 years will blow your mind. And I don't say that to brag, but I have built a business that surpassed my full-time income at Texas State that took me 8 years and a master's degree to make. Last year, Beachbody is so amazing, and Lauren's going to talk a little bit how we make money, but the beautiful thing about this business is that our income is always a direct reflection on the number of people that we help. So if I'm not helping people get results, if I'm not helping my team build successful businesses, I won't grow in income. But because we're always focused on helping others, serving others, leading with our heart, as we do that, we see our income grow. And last week, Beachbody gave me a quarterly bonus that was incredible. Like I said, it surpassed an entire month's salary plus some that it took me 8 years and a master's degree to earn. And again, Lauren will talk more about income, and I'm an open book, so if you have questions on that, I'm more than happy to answer those as well. But if you are willing to make short-term sacrifices for long-term success for your family and for your future, I can tell you right now, sitting here 2.5 years in, and honestly, we're just getting started, the best is yet to come, and it is worth it. So if there's anything I could tell you, if you feel a little tugging in your heart, you know that you are tired of getting by, right? You want to get ahead. You don't want to live paycheck to paycheck. You want to be able to take your kids to Disney World and not have to stress or put it on a credit card. This is a unique opportunity, and if you work hard, you are rewarded in how hard you work. So, one thing I want to leave you with, if you wouldn't mind telling me in the comments below, what is one area that you could sacrifice, short-term sacrifice for long-term gain? So like I told you right now, for me, it was not saying I woke up a little bit earlier and then saying, sorry, I'm not going to watch my Real Housewives. And guess what? The Real Housewives are still there, but I have built a big, big business. So, tell me right now, what's one sacrifice you can make in your life right now that you know would pay off in the long run. So thank you so much for letting me share my heart and my story. Again, I'm an open book, so if you have any questions, please feel free to drop in the comments below or send me a message. And we are super, super excited to welcome you to Team VIP. Bye, y'all.